Hello, Bulls Nation. Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame. Slightly delayed. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download their app. Be sure to use promo code CHGO when you sign up. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. My guys, Big Dave, BAWL Sports. Mark K,
hey,
still here.
Still here.
Not in Australia.
No.
He's right here. He's at MK Hoops on Twitter. We are CHGO_Bulls. Our pal and producer, Joey Spath, is back with us.
Joey Spat back in effect.
Hi, young Joseph. How are you?
What's up, fellas?
Missed you.
Happy to be back.
Happy to have you back.
Tell us about your adventures, Joey.
Nothing. Saw the Bulls, take a bad loss from a distance, but back here and happy to be back. No excitement without you guys. So.
Oh.
In Atlantic City,
right? I don't believe that.
Come on now.
Not much worth telling.
Or parentheses, not much he wants to tell.
Ooh.
I think it's that.
I like that. We'll go with that one. We'll go with that.
Guys, the Bulls get the win tonight.
Yes.
139-131.
Oh yeah.
In not one, but two overtimes, both of which felt completely unnecessary to me. The only reason I'm not mad right now is because we had some dope seats, Dave. Shout out to our pal John.
Yes.
Who we met up with while we were in Paris.
Yes.
A loyal listener, loyal viewer of what we do here at CHGO Bulls. He gave us his tickets tonight.
Yes.
We were 4 feet behind Tim Sinclair.
We were. And
the dopest seats. Thank you, John.
We were loud, and we were us. And I like how Tim was like, I didn't know how close you guys were, but then I heard you, and I was like, oh, they're right there. So, yeah, we were loud. I'll take full credit for all the energy in that row that people were giving us and everything.
Man.
Yeah, because we had fun. We had a good time.
I kept waiting for that nice security woman that was sitting next to us the whole time to tell us to calm down.
No.
And she didn't.
No.
She just kept smiling in our direction.
Yeah, because you didn't see, me and her were fist bumping and high-fiving the entire time.
You're the reason that she didn't get mad. If it were just me behaving as I was behaving, I would have been out of there.
Yo, man. And then the other security guard got in on it. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh, no, let me get some of that, too. This looks fun. Yes, it looks fun. Winning's fun. It's a fun thing to do, even if it's double overtime, Mark K. Winning is fun, man. It's fun, especially in a double overtime. It would have sucked more if they lost. And for me, I guess it would have sucked more if they lost in a double overtime. It would have
sucked for everyone if they lost in double time. We had to sit through 58 minutes of basketball to see them lose to Minnesota Timberwolves that didn't have Cat, lost Dan in the first quarter, lost Gobert late in the game. Yeah. If they lost in double overtime, I would have been mad.
Yeah, that car ride home wouldn't have been as fun. No, it would not. No. It wouldn't have been as fun, man.
Also, no one knows how to exit a United Center parking lot.
Yeah,
Mark K seeing that traffic in real time is just like,
dude, we could have walked here fast. That's why we're delayed, folks.
Yeah, truly.
We left the game pretty much as soon as it finished. Yeah. We hustled down to we met up at the Jordan statue because we're sitting in different spots.
Yes.
We got out of the stadium at a fairly decent time.
We did.
But by the time we got into the car and tried getting out of this joint, it literally took us 30 minutes at least, maybe 45, and we're less. Well, I was going to say a kilometer. You guys don't understand kilometers. What's that? Like 0.6 miles, something like that.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Well done.
The only people in this country who understand what kilometers are people who run a certain number of kilometers.
Right.
So athletes.
You're preaching to the wrong choir.
Yes. Athletes and Canadians understand. Yes. But yeah, traffic was bad, but Bulls won. Bulls won, man. And DeMar dominated. And Zach dominated. I mean, something I wish we could have seen all year long from those guys. But we saw it tonight, though.
DeMar had 49. Zach had 39. And we barely beat the Karl Anthony Townless, shortly after tip-off, Anthony Edwardless Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can feel good about that.
What do you mean? Absolutely, I feel good about that. I wanted to win. I would feel bad about a loss. Again, I'm on a different level than both of y'all.
You needed nearly 100 points from DeMar and Zach to
so I needed my best players to be good? Yeah, I needed my best players to be good to win. Congratulations, they did that. Yeah, like sometimes it happens that way. You saw how the Minnesota came out. They were on fire from the three-point line when they started the game. They were just hitting shots from everywhere. McDaniels, what the hell?
He's good, man.
Man.
He's good.
My God.
They're not from McDonald's, are they?
McDowell's. But, dude, he was balling. We had 8 threes by Conley.
Yeah.
What?
Like, they were doing their thing. Like, the three-point shot, they didn't shoot well from the field. They didn't shoot well from the free throw line, but they shot really well from the three-point line, and that's why they were in the game. That's all it was three-point shooting. So, yeah, you can't – it's an NBA team. You went out there and you beat them. That's the whole point of all of this shit. You beat a team in front of you. And so, yeah, they won the game. Their stars were stars tonight, and it was a fun game in double OT. It was a fun game. Tell me you didn't have fun.
I had fun.
You had fun, Marquet?
I had fun.
You had fun.
I had fun.
Joey, did you have fun?
Great time.
Great time watching.
We were talking about this earlier this week for some reason. Maybe it's because you're here, Mark. But those of us who are not so secretly rooting for losses right now.
How's your father?
Like, I admit to the fact that when I am in the madhouse, in full-on meathead mode, I was happy every time the Bulls made an awesome play tonight.
Yeah.
While the logical part of my brain just went on a field trip.
I was about to say, I recall myself high-fiving a tall gentleman to my right several times.
I was lit. 4 feet behind Tim Sinclair tonight, I was lit, and I was loving it.
You like him using that word, Joey?
Lit?
Yeah, you like that? Not so much?
Too old for that. Too old.
Not so much? Joey's
I mean, if he wants to use it, it's fine.
All right.
Sometimes you just need to let your meathead part of yourself come out
Let
and
it
be your
breathe.
meathead part of yourself.
Yes, let your meathead breathe.
Now that we're sitting back on our set right now, I'm
Back
like,
to the
God
logic.
damn it, like we should have lost in regulation. That would have been better for us.
Dude, I enjoyed it.
Can I say you're both right?
Sure.
You're both right. Because at the game, it was a fun experience. Obviously for me, my second ever Bulls game, to see a W, that was cool as hell. For them to go into double overtime while I'm here, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
DeMar dropping 49, Zach having 39. Them, Derek Jones Jr. combining for 90 points between them all. That was cool to see. All right, so you're right in that instance. But you are also right too, because it's like, why did you need this level of play from your two best guys to beat a really, really bad Minnesota Timberwolves team? I mean, more generally, the Timberwolves are okay, but the team that they played tonight, like, not the best version of the Timberwolves going around. So you're both right in that sense. I ain't rooting for losses as such, but I'm not also rooting for wins either. I'm kind of like, you're both. One of you is the angel, one of you is the devil. If I was sitting in the middle,
maybe I should be wearing Dave's red hat if that's the case.
Like, you both made compelling points, right? You both made compelling points. But that's just the story of this season, and so was this game. Like, this team was just dominated from the three-point line, dominated in ways that they often are dominated against. So it felt like a very Bullsian game. And the fact that they needed the whole heroics of Zach and DeMar to get them through it, like, again, felt very Bulls-esque. So I got the full Bulls experience in this one. That's what I'm going to say. I got a bit of everything.
You got it all, man.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations, man. I'm so good. Honestly, I'm glad you got to see a win at least. You know what I mean?
So am I.
You got to see a W.
I'm 500.
Mark can check that box now on his bucket list for his visit.
Yeah.
Saw Bulls win. In very dramatic fashion.
Super dramatic fashion.
And let Mark tell the story of. So you were sitting watching the game with some of our dear friends.
Yes.
C. Red Fred.
Shout out.
And Doug.
Shout out.
Fellow Bulls podcasters, long time standing.
Yeah.
We actually met up with them at the Goose Island pub in the UC tonight before the game. Shout out to Goose. Shout out to them.
Definitely not a flex.
Had a beer with them. They are two very vocal, staunch, anti-Vooch Bulls fans.
Yes, very much so.
Tell us about that moment when you were watching the game with them and Vooch had maybe the best Bulls poster of the season.
Well, there was 4 of us, right? So there was C. Red Fred, as you mentioned. There was Doug, and there was also Paulie G as well.
Shout out, Paulie.
Shout out to him.
Paulie was there, and obviously me. So there was the awesome foursome, let's say. We were all there watching the game. There was, amongst us 4, like Doug and Fred are the anti-Vooch guys, right?
Yes, very much so.
Paulie and I were at Well, let's call it the pro Vooch guys. Let's call it that. So whenever something good happened, Paulie and I were in their faces, and whenever something bad happened from a Vooch perspective, they were obviously, returning serve. Yes. But when Vooch had that massive dunk, that huge left-handed dunk in the overtime period, I just turned to Fred. I saw him there, and I just looked at him and started laughing like this.
Gave him the point,
dude. That was for you. That was for you. So that was an amazing moment on a lot of different levels. But for Vooch as well, like he wasn't having his best night. He was troubled by Gobert a lot. So that was probably cathartic for him to just sort of have that massive dunk in there. So it was beautiful for Vooch, but I appreciated Vooch doing it for me as well. I got a lot of entertainment value out of that one.
Like the endorphins that went off in you when that happened, that had to just be incredible, man.
Kyle Williams in the comments saying Vooch killed a man. Flip side, Vooch catching a body.
Caught a body, yes
Cosmic
he did.
Keys, R.I.P. the guy Vooch killed. Vooch killed a guy.
Killed a guy.
We need to talk to you about that, Vooch. You might want to lay low for a while. You're probably wanted for murder.
It was with the left. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes it nasty. He did it with the offhand on him, man. And the and one on top of that.
He likes to go up with that left hand when he's dunking. I don't know what it is, but he obviously likes swinging left-handed. Obviously, he's multi-talented.
Sure.
He can do it with both hands. But when he goes up for dunks, he loves doing it with the left hand. I'm not sure why.
That's true. That's true. Well, it's working for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was great. That was definitely the moment. High-fived a bunch of strangers, after that. That was a great moment. So, shout out to Vooch, man, for doing that. Like you said, was having not a great game, but he had some really key buckets. That three-pointer he hit was huge. And then obviously that dunk he got was huge for them, man. So
3 blocks.
Come on.
2 steals.
Come on.
Struggled offensively, but he was contributing. So, I thought he had a good game.
Still put up the double-double. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about Vooch. Even though he struggles, the numbers are still going to be what they are. He's still going to hit his average or go above his average, even if he's struggling. Even that 0 for 7
Even
game.
on a night when so the 0 for 7 from 3 the other night was rough. But
that was rough.
Even on a night like tonight where you feel like Vooch is a little bit off his game, his final numbers, he was 9 of 20.
All right.
He's 1 bucket shy of shooting 50% from the field.
Yeah. At one point, he was 6 of 15 as well, so it looked much worse during a certain point of the game. But to your point, he finished 9 of 20, so it reads respectively. So credit to him for sticking with it, and he was beating those overtime periods.
It's so funny to me as I look at this box score: DeMar 49, Zach 39,
sexy,
Vooch 21,
sexy.
Other 2 starters, Pat Bev and Caruso, 4 and 7. But you know what they're giving you on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And, watching Alex Caruso and Pat Beverly play defense that close up like we were today, Dave, with our seats,
that's a flex.
I mean, you're hearing the slaps and you're hearing the shoe squeaks. Yeah. Like, it is intense how much those guys lock people up when you're watching it that up close.
They are physical. You know what I mean? They are physical and they are vocal. Like they talked about the communication.
Combined for 9 fouls, by the way.
Yes, they did.
Caruso and Beverly.
They talked about the communication, like seeing it up close, it happening. I think my favorite part was there was a Patrick Williams moment where he missed an assignment on defense, and the first person in his face was Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
And I mean, just talking to him soon, but when he let him go sit down, like, no, we're going to have this conversation right now. Had this whole conversation with him, breaking it down exactly what he did wrong and what he needed to do right. And even to that point, there was a moment when Patrick Beverly, and this was earlier in the game, where he basically is getting into Zach, laying into him like, hey, man, you're supposed to be here, on this assignment. And he's breaking that down with him. And you see them on the court having those conversations, and Zach waves off people a lot. He does that a lot, man. But Patrick Beverly didn't let him know, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Let him know in no uncertain terms, hey, bro, what are you doing? No, ain't no waving me off. If I need you to go here, go here. This is exactly what I need you to do. So those guys are vocal, man, and it definitely helps the team, I think.
Oh, for sure. And Billy was leaning on those 2 a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously lent a ton on the big 3. I mean, DeMar played 52 or 58 minutes tonight. Vooch and Zach were 45, 46 minutes themselves. But like Caruso, Beverly, like they both played 30-something minutes as well. So to your point, it's starting to round out where, 10 Bulls played tonight, I think it was. Maybe 9 or 10 guys. But it was really like almost a 7 or 8 man rotation. Billy was sensing that the effort, energy wasn't there for probably 3 quarters. Like, obviously the Bulls started to pick it up after the 3-quarter time. They were down 10 after the 3 quarters. Down 10, I think they were. They started to get it together in that start of that 4th quarter. But yeah, he was really leaning on Pat Bev and Caruso tonight because for whatever reason, this team who's in 12th, trying to get into 10th, just didn't have any energy for whatever reason against a team, like I said, who was no cut, had missed or had Anthony Edwards go out early. So that was an issue early, but that's why you lean on guys like Pat Bev and Caruso, and that's why he trusts them so much because they're going to be bringing that effort. They're going to be in guys' faces. They're going to be going hard.
Yeah.
To your point about Billy's somewhat shortened rotation, even though he did technically go 10 deep tonight, Derrick Jones Jr. just 3 minutes, Drummond just 10. Those were the longest 10 minutes of my life. We got to take a quick break here. When we come back, continuing post game, we'll get to some of y'all's super chats. We'll continue talking about tonight's Bulls win over the Minnesota Timberwolves in double OT. While we're sharing these words from our friends and sponsors, do us a quick, easy favor. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching along with us on YouTube. Helps us out a lot. Tonight's episode of Postgame brought to y'all by FOCO. Chicago, you've already got the best coverage for your favorite Chicago teams. That's Dave. That's Mark. That's CHGO.
Hello.
So get fitted out in the best sports gear around. FOCO has you covered from Soldier Field to the Madhouse, from the living room, from the north side to the south side. Hoodies, slippers, signs, bobbleheads, everything in between. Get decked out like 49-point DeMar with apparel from the leader in sports merch and collectibles. FOCO. Maybe you're looking for the perfect gift for the football fan in your life. NFL draft right around the corner. What are the Bears going to do? Amazing things, I'm sure.
Got that right.
You got to be wearing your Bears gear while you're watching the NFL draft. Get it at FOCO. FOCO's got you covered with hoodies to fight that Lake Michigan breeze. Wow, that breeze was stiff. I walked from here to the United Center tonight, guys. The sun was out. It was like 34 degrees.
Yeah.
40-mile-an-hour gusts in my face the whole time.
Bless your heart.
Should have had one of my FOCO hoodies on.
You got that right.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. Made a mistake.
Don't make that same mistake. Go to FOCO.com right now. Use that promo code CHGO at checkout, and you will get 10% off your order. That's FOCO, FOCO.com, promo code CHGO at checkout.
Pins and Aces! The official golf apparel partner of CHGO is who they are. That's what they do. They golf. Do you play golf, RK?
I played once.
You played once?
Do you know what? The one time I played, I got a par on a par 5.
What?
Pulled that out of my butt.
Yes.
Managed it. That's my claim to fame. But so to answer your question, no.
That's the longest par.
I know.
That's impressive.
That is super impressive, man.
Maybe I should play more.
I think you should, man. Get out there with the GOAT. Go on and play. And when you're out there, make sure you got on your Pins and Aces gear, y'all, because they love it. And we love our Pins and Aces gear, and they get tons of compliments on it, on and off the course. Family-owned golf and apparel business. Make those amazing polos, hats, golf bags, and, of course, the Matt Peck beer sleeve. That innovative product that allows you to store 7 of them things right up in your golf bag. Just so you can keep them drinks frosty cold the entire round, or if you're Matt Peck, half of the round.
That's 9 holes.
That's 9. Check out pinsandaces.com. Use the code CHGO and receive 15% off your first order and get yourself some free shipping because you're attractive. That's pinsandaces.com. When you look good, you play good. And when you play good, it's all good. Come on, Mark K.
In unison.
Come on.
In unison.
On it.
It made me so happy to hear Mark K say that in unison with
It
you.
did. Right on time.
Right over there. Right over there.
Right on time. I
thought that was beautiful. Let's get to some super chats. Joseph, I see we have some super chats waiting on deck. Let's knock those out.
Sure, we got one from Wags. He says, before Vooch dunked on the dude he thought, hope you brought a change of clothes because your eyes are about to piss tears.
Damn. Yo, Wags. Yo, son.
Love that, Wags.
That was poetic.
Love that. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When the Bulls went to that second overtime, my eyes were also pissing tears.
Oh, they were. They were.
Tears of joy.
Yes. Yes. Mine were. Mine were.
I don't know about that.
Having a ball.
DeAndre Jackson, Joseph.
DeAndre Jackson says that Vooch and one dunk in the second OT gave them the spark needed to finally put the Wolves away. Good win for the Bulls.
Yes. The spark they finally needed after playing DeMar DeRozan 52 minutes and Zach LaVine 47.
That's why they pay him, baby.
And then finally,
good news though.
Players got to play.
We got to play the Heat tomorrow night.
I don't think DeMar's playing. That's just my assessment. Just for the way he walked off the floor, just didn't look right. Grimacing. Just look. But he's insane. You know what I mean? Like, he might be out there tomorrow because he doesn't like missing games and stuff like that. But if he does, maybe he's on a little restriction minute-wise. But I don't know, man. It just didn't look right. Didn't look like, hey, I'm ready to go tomorrow. But like I said, that man's an insane person, and he's a professional. So we'll see.
Probably just exhausted. Like I said, 52 minutes played.
It's a lot. It's a lot of minutes, man. I don't know if people know that, but that's a lot. It's a lot of minutes, dog. Straight up.
Another one from Gio. He says, DeMar and Zach on fire. Congratulations to Marquet on his first live Bulls win.
Hey, thank you, Gio.
Thanks, Gio.
It is a momentous occasion.
It is, man. He got to get one while he was out
Bulls
here.
W in person.
I will say, I've been extremely fortunate. Last game against the Kings, the Bulls obviously lost on the buzzer. Yeah. Fantastic game to see. I didn't really care that they lost. That was a great game. They played extremely well on both sides of the ball.
I agree.
Tonight, maybe not as good of a game in terms of just pure execution, but it was a double overtime game. Got to see DeMar have his 49. Zach had his 39. Like I said, Derek Jones Jr. 1 point tonight. That was also crucial. But a win in double overtime. So I have experienced a lot. So I'm not going to be too much of a douchebag tonight about the whole competitive loss thing because I'm having a good damn time, guys. I'm happy.
Yes, having a good time, ladies and gents. That's what I like hearing. And you get to do it again tomorrow.
Stanislavico is also having a good time in the Super Chats, saying, welcome back, Joey. Looking forward to your Roman ad read.
Ooh. Joey,
Roman's not on our ad schedule for tonight.
Well, the fans were calling for it. We were chopping it up here in the 40 minutes between game end. Fans were confused as to when the show was starting. I was in there. I was holding it down.
So we had the YouTube stream up.
I was holding it down for them. They said they were pulling for me maybe to just go rogue, start the show without anybody here.
We were like, dude, just Joey go selfie cam and just start.
Well, to be honest, it's good to know that they would have tuned in. They were very in for that idea. I don't know what I would have talked about. I was watching March Madness for most of the game, to be honest with you.
They being all of the Joeys. The
Joeys, but it's nice to know that they, I appreciate this. And, next time we have Roman in the ad reads, I'll for sure read it. But here's another real super chat. Not that one wasn't real. From AK. It boggles the mind. What offense do the Bulls even run? Slow walk up, dribble, wait for shot clock to hit 9 seconds and jack up a shot. Slowest pace ever and hard to watch.
Yeah, none of that's wrong.
No.
That's fairly accurate.
But that kind of more took place late in the game when, things were getting kind of tight. I thought the ball movement was pretty good on both sides. Even though Minnesota was hitting incredible threes, they still, were keeping the ball moving. I thought it was solid, like the first fourth quarter, it slowed down and did all that stuff you're talking about for sure.
And the thing is, even when the ball movement is better and the Bulls actually get the ball around from side to side, strong side to weak side, there was one Patrick Beverley 3, I believe. Yep, only one he took tonight.
Oh, we watched it
right in front of you and me, Dave.
And we both were like,
and it was like beautiful ball movement. Found the open guy. But the open guy was Patrick Beverley. And as soon as it came out of his hand, I was like, oh, that's not even close.
You can see it right from there. You're like, nope, this ain't the one.
You know what's better than that? A contested DeMar 18-footer. That's not a lie.
I'll take that every time, man. No, it's not the shot to take. I'm sure he came out with a little more energy, again, because he was playing his old team. He does that. We saw it against Houston. When he plays those old teams, a little more energy for Pat Bev. And that's where he scored his 4 points, was in the first quarter. He put it all out there for that. And we didn't really see him again in the game until that 3-point shot that he took. And then that foul he tried to draw, act like he got, destroyed. So I was like, look at the Pat Bev magic on the floor right there. But, yeah, he did those things. It was a regular, Pat Bev game, I thought.
No, he was good. There was one point of AK's comment there that slightly triggered me, but it's too late. I just want to say the Bulls do run offenses. You guys got to experience this because you were up close.
Yeah.
I heard this when I was there. I'm sure you guys heard it too, but Billy is out there calling sets.
Yeah, he is.
I saw another comment in here saying that all the Bulls do is run pick and roll. Guys, this is a pick and roll league. A lot of their sets they run involve pick and rolls. Like, I'm not going to get into it because, like I said, it's too late and we're trying to keep this thing tight. But
we'll keep it positive here. Wags, $10 super chat. Mark is one of my favorite Bulls follows.
There you go.
So cool to see him here in person. What has been his favorite things about Chicago so far?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. Firstly, shout out Wags. Thank you for that nice comment. I certainly appreciate it. My favorite thing so far, there has been a lot to really digest. I think one of the things that I've really enjoyed is just being here in this studio. Like I mentioned it maybe the other night. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I've been podcasting about this team for years and years and years now, but because I live on the other side of the freaking world, it's always been like me dialing into somewhere or me setting up a Zoom call or me connecting with someone somehow or Skype, whatever it might be. But to be sitting next to you like right now, before we went live, as the countdown was going, Dave like gave me a fist bump. He gave Matt a fist bump. You can't fist bump through the computer. You can't do that. So it's not a thing that's possible with technology.
No, people know that.
So, like, as much as I've enjoyed the city itself, it's a beautiful, beautiful city. The people are amazing. The game that I've went to on Wednesday night was amazing. That was an incredible experience. So was tonight. But like, just being here with my guys in the studio talking Bulls, like this is. I'm going to say this is the primary reason why I came. I wanted to get to a Bulls game, right? Like, the Bulls brought me here. The reason I want to stay here is because of these guys.
Come on, man.
Because of CHGO. That's why I want to stay here, and because of you guys who support us. I love it. So to be here in person, that's been the best thing.
It's amazing, man. Amazing
Dave,
stuff.
I feel like we've made some solid headway in convincing Mark to not go home and just stay here.
Well, see, he's got the ultimate trump card, though, waiting for him at home.
Well, yeah, he's got a loving wife and child.
Correct. He's got T-Red Ted.
They got to come here.
Trying to make the pilgrimage.
That's the way it's got to go.
Okay, all right.
It's not Mark going home. It's, hey, this is our new home.
Yeah.
Loving wife and child of mine. I'll be here. You just go ahead and come on, get yourself a flight.
You've never been married, huh?
I'll look for some apartments while you fly out here.
Yeah, no, Matt don't do marriage. It's not how that works.
Yeah, it definitely ain't how it works.
Not how that works.
It ain't how it works, bro.
Not how it works.
No. I hear people say happy wife, happy life. Happy me, happy life.
He's single, ladies. Come on. Catch it a year.
You don't want none of this.
This right there.
Single, definitely not ready to mingle. Definitely not.
Oh, mingle.
Mingle he'll do.
Oh, mingle. Okay.
Oh, I'm mingle.
Oh, he's a mingler. Oh, he's a mingler, man.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I have a question.
What's your question,
Brian
Joseph?
says that they should be called for 8 seconds, like 5 times per game.
Oh, Lord.
They always do that. Just walk up the court. That seemed kind of quick to me. I don't know what the perception was at the game.
Yeah, people were mad.
It was it was quick.
No, it was trash.
It was a really weird call.
Yeah, no, it was one even weirder than that. That one was trash, and the jump ball.
Oh my God,
Patrick Beverley.
The jump ball that wasn't.
What the hell was that?
Was that worse than the jump ball before Dame's dagger against the Bulls 2 seasons? Remember?
Yes.
Remember the jump ball in the Blazers game 2 seasons ago?
This was worse.
Was the one tonight worse?
This was
it
worse.
may have been.
Because you had no argument at all. At least you can
We
say
were right there.
At least you can say somebody had the hands on the ball.
Right in front of
couple
us.
years ago.
Billy actually was attempting to see if he could challenge
he
the
was.
jump ball.
He was.
Billy was talking about it with the officials. I saw immediately Caruso was like, yo, challenge that.
Yeah.
Vooch said, no, you can't challenge the ruling
challenge the
on
jump
the floor
ball.
of a jump ball. There was no jump ball.
He didn't even
was
touch the ball. Like,
trash.
My brain was broke. I told Matt at that time, this is why I can't coach, because I literally been on the floor. You know what I mean? Like in the middle of the floor yelling at the ref. Like, I'm too invested. And you can't do stuff like that where I'm just know you're wrong and you're robbing me in front of my face. It would drive me insane. It didn't make any sense. And I couldn't fathom it. So we let them have, some of our words, some of our feelings were spewed.
My interpretation was he didn't know whether to call a travel on Pat Bev or a foul on whoever else. So he blew his whistle and he's like, oh, shit, what do I do now? Jump ball.
Jump ball.
Call it a jump ball.
That's how I interpreted it. But yeah, it was a terrible call.
It was a terrible, terrible call. But the 8-second one was bad as well.
The 8-second was early.
Yeah.
It was definitely early.
Well, when they blew the whistle, I'm like, wait, what happened? Like, was there a shot clock violation or malfunction or something? Like, was someone running on the court? Was Matt running on the court? Like, what was happening?
Don't go to overtime.
I believe it was official number 63 who called that 8 second.
Yep, 63 was trash.
And he called us so confidently.
He did.
Tweet 8 seconds. I was like, I counted 4. Right. What are you doing? Oh my Lord.
He was bad.
AK is back in here with another super chat, which is not surprising.
AK.
Teams are trapping Zach and DeMar and basically playing zone, daring Bulls to shoot threes. Move the ball to players who can shoot. P. Will at 0 threes.
Yeah, that's why we lost to the Bucks in 5 and miraculously got a win in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Good win, too.
Another one from Jimmy Lit World. Is he basing that off Peck's earlier comments? It's possible. While the big three played out of their skins today, still a little concerning, ain't it? Rest of the team didn't contribute much scoring-wise.
Yeah, not a great night for the role players on this team.
True.
No.
We talked already about Beverly and Caruso's lack of offensive contribution, at least. Pat Williams gave you 6 off the bench and was a +9 and the only person off the bench to register a plus in the plus-minus column.
Wow.
Drummond was a -9. Io, rough night, -16.
Ooh.
Yikes.
One more here from Wags. He says,
too.
is it hard for Matt to not throw his hat live at games?
Okay, it's funny that you say that.
That's a good question.
Because Dave and I were saying what's up to our guy Tim Sinclair after the game.
That's a flex.
And as Dave said, Sinclair, as we were chatting, said, like, once I figured out how close you guys were sitting to directly behind me, I figured out I could hear you. And then he said to me, I was surprised that I didn't see a hat come flying over my head and onto the court. I contained myself.
You did.
We were animated.
Yes.
Watching that game that close tonight, and it was fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be that person who throws something onto the court.
No, he's not that guy. Well,
our friend Tim Sinclair tells Bulls fans at the beginning of the game, hey, don't throw things on the court.
He does.
What kind of an asshole friend would I be if I were like, hey, Tim, look out?
I now can see how far I go. I've never seen him.
You never see that?
Oh, I can't see it from the other side of the world.
Oh,
but
man.
on the other night, you weren't throwing hats. You weren't throwing hats.
You weren't throwing hats the other night?
No, he was in a reasonable mood. But there's
you doing?
There's some distance on that thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good. He's got some good distance, man. You should see it when he's really, man, that whole thing is just littered there with
the hat graveyard.
The graveyard is real. It's real. Oh, it's a real thing, man. Congratulations.
Let's take one more break. We'll come back to wrap things up on the backside of that. We still have to hear about maybe the most momentous thing that happened at the United Center tonight.
Let's do it.
Those of you who are diehard Bulls followers who follow people who report and talk about this team know what we're about to get into.
My dream.
Yeah. But first, DraftKings Sportsbook. Sponsoring tonight's CHGO Bulls postgame. Download their app right now. New users, when signing up with promo code CHGO, can put $5 down on any NBA action and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, of course, there's the no sweat DraftKings same game parlay. Put a same game parlay together on the Bulls Heat game tomorrow night, and if it doesn't hit, no sweat, because you get a bonus bet back. Our DraftKings Sportsbook king of the game tonight
who that is
would be the man who put up 49
on 25 shots.
There he is. Damn. That man, that grizzled vet, DeMar DeRozan, 52 minutes, 49 points.
Don't you forget
almost matched his minutes and points in a way that is way more impressive than someone who, scores 30 in 30 minutes.
Correct. Don't forget them 14 rebounds.
14 rebounds.
Impressive.
And 4 dimes. DeMar DeRozan is your DraftKings Sportsbook king of the game. Don't forget that promo code CHGO when you sign up.
I'm glad I get to say this now because he's live. Marquez, what time is it? Good time.
Oh, my God. There is no Dana, only Zool.
I was channeling my death metal growl. I didn't really pull it off, but
you got there. You got there though.
That was some death clock sound and shit right there.
It was in there. It was in there. And it's game time. It's that hottest new ticket in sight that makes it easier than ever to score the best deals on tickets of sports, concerts, and shows. Every dream you thought you could say in that season, never thought you could. Up in the online course app, I don't play 4 seasons of the concert. It's all possible with the Game Time app. Biggest last minute price drops can be found in the seats you thought that you could never ever buy because you won't find better deals this season to see the CHGO Bulls. It's created by the fans and for the fans, just like here at CHGO, and it guarantees you, your sexy self, the lowest price possible. So, if you love CHGO,
and we know you do,
then you'll love
Right
Game
there.
Time. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description and join the 15 million people, or over 15 million people, who have downloaded the Game Time app and score the best seats to all your favorite events. Because Jake Spathis, what time is it?
Game Time. Who?
Bing bong.
He hit him with the I like it very much.
Delightful. Flip side, I agree. The Bulls do need to bring back the St. Patty's game green.
Yeah, I was
jersey.
surprised they didn't have them on.
They got Benny out there in a green jersey.
Yeah, seriously.
I rocked my Blackhawks green at the game tonight
You
because
did.
it's St. Patrick's Day, damn it.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to happen. I really did. I really thought that was about to happen. But alas, it did not.
And the Bulls even posted on their social today. Did you see it on their Twitter and their Instagram?
Yeah, they had the
They
picture.
photoshopped
Yes.
Pat
Yes.
Bev, Patrick Williams, and Caruso
They
into
sure did.
green Bulls jerseys.
They sure did.
And then they weren't wearing green Bulls jerseys.
It was weird, man.
Come on,
Come on, Bulls.
Get it together.
Hard no for me. Hard no.
Hard,
no?
you're not a green
Hard
jersey guy?
Disgusting.
Really?
This is the one
With a capital D.
Capital D.
the one day a year when I, as a Chicago sports fan, feel comfortable repping green, wearing green.
Okay.
Because we all know who green usually belongs to, and we don't F with that. St. Patty's is Chicago's day to rep the green.
About the Packers.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the Celtics.
No. I got you.
No, I'm talking about that garbage piece of shit football team up in that other state.
Yeah. Every game.
I am who I am, guys. Gentlemen,
Yes.
we were having some beers at the Goose Island Pub in the United Center tonight before tip-off.
Flex.
Our friend Willie Gogali came up from in the nether regions of the United Center,
Right, the
where the media
bowels.
folks hang out, the bowels of the United Center.
Yes.
And he brought a colleague with him,
Okay.
a colleague that Bulls fans out there all know as a longtime Bulls beat reporter for the Chicago Sun-Times. Man who goes by the name Joe Cowley.
Joe Cowley.
Our guy Joe. Shout out Joe.
Oh,
Good to see you tonight, buddy.
I'm mad I missed him.
Those who aren't familiar, Joe Cowley and Mark Kay have had a bit of a Twitter rivalry over the years,
little rowdy dow.
to put it mildly.
Yes.
Yeah, mildly.
Mildly.
But Mark, you told us that you reached out to Joe via email before your trip here
Yep.
to extend that olive branch to bury the hatchet.
Yep.
And tonight,
That hatchet was buried.
Oh. What?
So, yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. All right, I'm ready.
look at this
You ready?
picture, y'all.
Hold on. Let me-
Look at this picture. This picture was
All right.
taken tonight at the Goose Pub in the United Center,
Oh, look at them.
arguing for years on Twitter about the Bulls. Just chatted it out.
I'm ready. Hit me, Mark K.
We talked it out. So, let me give you the backstory, yeah? I mean, you've summed it up. Like, I mean, Joe can be what Joe is on Twitter, right? I can
An
be
asshole?
what I am. I didn't say that. I'm not going to say that because we're now friends. I can be what I can be on Twitter, which is sometimes a dick. I'm self-aware enough to know that, and I'm prepared to say that. And I'm very opinionated, and when I feel like someone's been a douche, I generally will call them that. So, yeah, to that point, Joe and I have had our issues over the years, yeah? But when I knew I was coming to Chicago, when I made the booking, when I put the plans in place, I wanted to meet as many people as possible, and that included people who I had run-ins with over the years.
Okay.
You enjoying that? But
Very much so.
But yeah, like, and then look, another thing that I've been trying to do this year and have been unsuccessful a lot of times is being less of a dick. That's what I'm trying to do less of this year in 2023, which is another reason why I wanted to reach out to Joe and said, look, I'm coming to your country, I'm coming to your city. While I'm here, I want to buy you a coffee, I want to buy you a beer, whatever it is. Let's just settle this nonsense and let's, just shake hands, hug it out. Let's talk basketball. And that's basically what happened. We've been texting, we've been exchanging emails, we've been trying to make this thing happen. We're both trying to be the bigger man in the situation, putting it all aside, I guess. And we did. As you saw in the picture. We caught up tonight before the game, talking some nonsense. We were talking for a good half hour, and this is the funny thing with Joe and I. We're so alike in so many ways,
yes.
which is probably the issue.
Shout out to our friend C Red Fred, who was also hanging out with us tonight, who wrote a damn song.
Wrote a song, and a solid one, too.
About how you and Callie have some similar takes.
Look, there's certain things we will never agree on.
Yes.
When it comes to Zach LaVine and his max contract, we will never see eye to eye on that specific topic. But when it comes to Tibbs, when it comes to Jimmy Butler, when it comes to a host of other things, there's a lot of things we agree on. And it turns out when you talk to people in face-to-face form, in human form, it's a lot easier to be cordial with people rather than just tweeting nonsense back and forth. So it was a good time. I really appreciate Joe being gracious enough to take me up on the offer, coming down and agreeing to meet me. I think the dude's at work. He's got things to do, right?
That's a good point.
He didn't need to come down.
That's a really
He could have
good
also
point.
told me to get stuff because I have been a douche to him over the years. He didn't have to say, yeah, cool, let's hang out, let's meet up, let's talk. So I appreciate him doing that. I've got a lot more respect for Joe. I actually really enjoyed the conversation with him.
Wait, did you say he could have told you get stuffed?
Get stuffed. Is that not a thing you guys say here?
It is now.
I understand what the phrase means.
I mean, I could say something worse.
Right,
but
he was trying to keep it cool.
No, I like that.
Get stuffed. It's get effed. Basically,
too easy.
Same premise.
Too easy,
mate. So yeah, look, like I said, shout out to Joe. I really appreciate him. Like I said, making the time to come down and having a chat with not just me, with all of us.
Yes.
And he was real gracious with his time, and he came down with the goat. We got to see that handsome bastard too. But yeah, really good time tonight, and that probably was the highlight of my night, to be honest with you, to get to meet him and interact with him and to see how everyone around me would and around Joe would respond to us meeting. So that was funny in itself.
Damn, this makes me so happy because like I wanted this so bad. I've told
you
this.
You did.
I've said this to you when you were on my show on Ball on Bulls, and then I had Joe on my show on Ball on Bulls. And I didn't know how strong it was until I had both of you guys on. And I told both of y'all, like, nah, man, I'm going to squash this. I want y'all to get together. I'm going to, some way, somehow, I'm going to squash this. The fact I am even just in the vicinity of it just makes me happy. And I'm glad you guys, have evolved from that. You know what I'm saying? And now you guys can move forward somewhere else. It ain't about you guys agreeing. You know what I mean? Like, me and Matt don't agree on a lot of shit. But it ain't about that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the respect of each other that you guys kind of have now because you've seen each other face to face. And that's awesome.
Look, and there's only so much I can trash him about his Zach LaVine takes. Like, I've exhausted the barrel.
I mean, I did have a good laugh to myself today when Callie's latest for the Sun-Times was that column. Did you see it? There was like, Zach LaVine, it's time to, put him to the test, late game, clutch game scenarios. We'll never know if he has that part of his game as a max contract player until the Billy and the Bulls just. And then he had 39 tonight and like huge buckets late in the fourth and in overtime.
Yeah, some colossal buckets.
Great column, Joe. Loved it. Clearly, Zach read it too.
Yeah, well, I mean, thankfully they didn't trade Zach for Oladipo in a first round.
Oh, he still got him. He still got a couple. He still got a couple in the chamber. Yes, he do.
Sorry, Joe.
He still got one in the chamber. Yes, he does, man. Oh, man. I'm so glad that happened, man. I'm so glad that happened.
That'll be the last one. Each other. Maybe the last one.
Maybe. Tonight. It'll be his last one tonight.
The next 10 minutes.
Right. Well, midnight's almost. That's why I said tonight. Yeah. You'll be okay.
It's so funny to me, this beef and this rivalry that you and Callie have had on Twitter for so long. Twitter being like a new element of what sports media is and how we talk about sports. But as like a staunch, deep-rooted newspaper journalist / reporter like Joe, and somebody like you who got their start in very similar ways to what Dave and I have done over the course of our careers, where you start blogging about the team that you love and you start podcasting about the team that you love. And there's this weird friction between, in some ways it's old guard and new guard, older generations of sports media, younger generations of sports media. But it's like, we're all here to talk about the same team because we're all passionate about the team and or the sport.
Yeah.
We can provide our fellow fans content in a variety of ways. It doesn't mean we have to hate each other.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Generally true.
But yeah,
but it's
sometimes it's more entertaining when there are certain rivalries that exist within that world.
I will say this: Joe is a shit stirrer. He knows he is. He embraces that.
Yeah.
Oh, he throws grenades on 100%. Twitter on purpose every day.
Yeah,
and he expressed that as much to me. But who he is as a person and in person, completely different to the persona he is on Twitter.
Correct.
You could argue whether he should be that on Twitter or not. That's up to him. That's his decision. Man. But I'm just glad I got to do this. Like I said, I reached out. I wanted to have this occasion. And I'm glad that he was willing to oblige. People can think of whatever they want about that. They can think of whatever they want about me, whatever they want about Joe. But for me personally, it was one of the highlights of my trip. So shout out to Joe Cowley, which
Makes
is
me happy.
words I never thought I'd say, but I just did.
He did it! Damn it, I'm happy. This makes me so damn happy.
Speaking of things that make Dave happy, before we get out of here,
come on, Matt.
It is a Bulls victory night.
Pack.
I feel like that means we need to give out a certain award.
I'm glad I called that guy.
Yes.
Allow me the pleasure of introducing you to
Please hold it. Hold it. It's yours. Put that on the shoulder.
Mark's touching the Goon Trophy.
I've never touched the belt.
He's never touched the belt.
That belt, it's real.
It's real.
Here you go, man.
It's real, man. And made for goons only. Yes. Goon of the night. Very excited to give this out because of the double overtime victory by the Chicago Bulls. Matt Peck, sir, we'll start with you. Who was your goon of the night? Breathe. Breathe, Matt Peck. Let it out.
I gotta give some love to Andre Drummond.
You've loved giving this is a few times you've given it to Drummond.
Yeah, it is. Man played 10 minutes, scored 0 points, grabbed 5 rebounds. That man is a goon.
He does goon things.
I mean, I know we talk all the time about this maybe quasi being named after Alex Caruso because he is worthy of this award on a nightly basis. Andre Drummond makes no sense to me. And he's an aging player that makes no sense to me.
An aging player that's 28 years old.
Oh, he's many years my junior.
Yes.
But I saw him running up and down that floor tonight, and I was like, that man is a wrecking ball of chaos.
Yeah, he is.
He didn't have any particular play tonight that stood out as a wrecking ball of chaos.
Juggernaut.
Every second he's on an NBA floor, when you're watching it up close and personal, he is a wrecking ball of chaos. And I got some pleasure out of watching that tonight.
Because you're Matt Peck. That's right. Makes sense. Makes sense, man.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
He's right. Marquez, sir, who would it be your goon of the night?
Well, I didn't know where he was going with that. I thought you were going to Andre Drummond goon of the night because he's old. That's where I thought you were going. But ultimately, you made your decision. I wouldn't have gone with Andre Drummond. My initial instinct was Vooch because of the dunk and the way he reacted after the dunk with just that mean mug face. But it wasn't over the top. But he knew he slaughtered whoever it was that he destroyed.
Yes.
But he didn't go over the top because he knew he hammered that guy. But I don't think you're going to go that way. There was some Kyle Williams in the comments. It was way further up, Joey. I don't know if you can get it, but whenever I saw it at that point, I made a mental note of like, this is where Dave is going with this. But yeah, there we go. Pat Bev for calling when he
Hit the too small.
Pat Bev did get the too
Hit him
small.
with the too small. He sure did.
That's some goon shit right there.
It was.
So my initial instinct was Vooch, but I think Kyle Williams has nailed it in the comments. That was the most goonish thing I saw tonight. So that's my official selection.
I dig.
Shout out Kyle.
Love that.
Joey, you have a goon of the night, sir.
I will go with Vooch for the dunk and the face he made afterwards.
I like that.
It was he showed some more outward. He's played with a little more like emotion on his sleeve. Honestly, for me, it's been since the Pat Beverly sign. We just seen him like mix it up a couple of times. I don't know. We just seen it. It's been a welcome sight for me for Vooch. I like seeing him play like that. So
I like that. That's real talk, Joey. That's real talk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Goon of the Night is. Thank you for the drum roll, Matthew.
It's a silent.
Wait, we're gonna wait on Joey. Joey wants to hit me with the drum roll. There it is. Goon of the Night is me. Whoa. I'm Goon of the Night. Me.
Whoa.
I am Goon of the goddamn night.
Explain yourself.
I will explain this. Matt, you sat next to me.
Testify.
You saw what I was doing all game long.
Testify.
Any player that walked by, yelling at their ass the entire time. When Pat Williams walked to the scorer's table, Marquet, I let him have it.
What'd you say?
Get out there and be aggressive.
He said, Pat, don't you dare pass the ball.
That was the first thing I said.
He yelled at Pat.
Don't pass the ball. Be
Pat.
aggressive. And he did this. I said he did that. He turned. And what did he do? First play, got the ball, went to the bucket. That was the first play he did. Put the shoulder into somebody, went to the damn bucket. He was aggressive tonight, and I'm taking credit for that. Zach LaVine at the scorer's table. Zach, we need you tonight. Go get your time. Your time, Zach. He did that. He went out there. What did he do? Got the ball, went out there, bucket. That was in the fourth quarter. Me!
I swear to God.
I was yelling at every Bull player tonight. I was on their ass.
Every time Dave yelled at a Bull from our seats 4 feet from the court, they did something awesome.
I'm telling you. Thank you for being there to confirm this.
Witness.
I was
every time. Witness. Big Dave would yell something at a Bull, and then he would go do something
every
awesome.
Time, dog. I was on their ass, Mark K. I was on them, Pat. And I was very, like, Pat, yeah, good job being aggressive. Way to be like that. When he wasn't being aggressive, I let him know about it. You know what I mean? When I told DeMar, I said, DeMar, go get 50 when he had 35. I said, go get 50. Go get 50, DeMar. What did he end up with? 49. Right there. And I told Zach, go get 40. What did he end up with? 39. Right there. It was right there. I shouted out Billy. I was like, Billy, that was a good rotation, Billy. That was a good job, Billy. I appreciate that. Billy, that was a great substitution, Billy. Wonderful job, sir. I like what you're doing out there. High-fiving everybody. I did that. I'm Goon of the Night, damn it. This is my belt. This is as much Ric Flair you're going to get out of me tonight. This is probably something I'll never do again. But yes, I deserve Goon of the Night. I'm taking it. It's mine. It's my belt. It's mine, Joey Spathis. It's mine tonight, baby.
Cheers.
Shout out.
No doubt.
Stewart33 said, Dave, give yourself a raise while handing yourself your own award.
My belt, man. This is coming home with me. I earned this for the night, man. And Matt, you heard Matt, he told you. I was on them. On them.
I've gone to a lot of Bulls games with Big Dave now over the years. He was on one tonight. He was on one. And it was one of the reasons why I was okay with that ridiculous game. Going to multiple overtimes. It was a show.
Yes.
Can we read NHK's comment there? That made me
NHK, Dave shouted out DJJ. He got 2 points. He got 1.
Actually, I shouted out. Why ain't Dalen Terry in the game? That's why I shouted out. But I understood because, you were going small and they had Nasri. I got it. I understood why he did that. Trust me.
I love this from Jacob in the comments. The Goon of the Night last 2 minute report's going to be crazy.
Bro, they're going to be like the dude in the red hat was going in on them Bulls players. I'm telling you, I was going in on Patrick Williams. Kobe White, I was yelling at him too.
Yelling at him.
I was yelling at Ayo too, congratulating him.
Did Ayo see you? Did he turn around?
He did. I was hoping he would.
I was trying to get Ayo to make eye contact with me all night.
Really was.
I was like, you know you want to look over here. But they don't. They clearly just like...
Yeah. But I'm telling you.
Everything beyond the scorer's table, they just block out.
I promise you they heard me. One of the refs made eye contact with me. And I told him, no, you ain't just going to look at me and not acknowledge me. That's exactly what I yelled at him. I was like, you going to look at me and not acknowledge me? I was like, I am a human, sir. You must acknowledge me. You're trash. I was like, you're trash.
Those refs.
Those refs were pathetic.
I shouted out at one point towards the end of that game, is the ghost of Hugh Hollins here right now.
He did shout that. Yes, he did.
Those refs were trash.
He did, man. He did.
Good
I
Lord.
was getting my goon on, man. I got my goon tonight. I helped will them to that victory. Liquid Death. Yes, AK. The Liquid Death was all around. Is the goon of the night, sir. Yes, it was.
Cheers.
Liquid Death to us all, ladies and gentlemen.
That's going to do it for CHGO Bulls Postgame. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out with us.
Get you one.
Producer Joey Spathis has Liquid Death as well. We'll be back doing this again tomorrow night, postgame. No pregame, because we're going to go back to the United Center again tomorrow.
Why not?
We're going to go to a game because Mark's here.
Yeah.
It's a Friday, Saturday, Bulls back-to-back.
Yes.
We're going to go to the Madhouse again tomorrow.
Thank you,
so
Stuart.
no pregame tomorrow. We will be here back in studio for postgame. Let's have some more fun. Jimmy Buckets. Mark K's hero.
His boy.
Coming to town.
Oh.
The Miami Heat. May they rot in hell forever. Until tomorrow night's postgame show. Much love and appreciation to Joey for being up late with us here, our pal and producer.
Yes.
Follow that man at Joey Spathis, a.k.a. Joey1K. Mark K, MK Hoops, Big Dave.
Wow.
BAWL Sports, your goon of the night.
Damn right.
I am Matt. I am at Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Love you, Bulls Nation. Hit that thumbs up before you head out if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. We'll do this again tomorrow. Woo. Happy St. Patty's, baby. See you right. Be good.
Peace.